was one of the most remarkable students that I ever had.
Probably the most well-liked person, DY. People called him the mayor of DY.
Because Nick was very passionate about what he believed in.
Everyone was his best friend, and that was his personality. He could make everyone feel important.
Wading through the darkest night, when rivers become tidal, I use my list to break the pain, hoping for survival. I don't wanna lose my sight, but my mind is caving in. Then I give up. In the face of darkness, I won't run. We were born to love. How could I ever win this fight? My mind is caving in. Comfort in my rituals, but the devil makes disciples. All I've made is foolish gold. I'm the enemy and rival. Could I ever regain hope? Though I've lost my innocence.
Now the ride ended, and I broke down. And Mr. Monty, my friend, came over, and he said, "Steve, what's wrong?" And I said, Paul, I just don't know why. I still don't know why. And he looked right at me, and he said, "Steve, you don't know why?" And I said, "No, it's slowly killing me." And he said, "You come with me." And he brought me over to the truck, which he had just parked at DY High School, Jared's truck. And he sat me on the tailgate. So two guys in their 60s, both lost sons in war. And he sat me on the pickup truck on the tailgate, and he put his arm around me. And I was crying and then settling, and he said, "Steve, I want to tell you why." And he said, "Steve, God saw Nick doing good things, and he needed to take him to do great things." And those words, I felt like a flush go through my body. And through the tears, he said, "Steve, just, look around, look at all the things that have happened."
$0.89 in the ashtray, half-empty bottle of Gatorade rolling in the floorboard. That dirty Braves cap on the dash, dog tags hanging from the rear view, old skull can and cowboy boots, and a gold army shirt folded in the back. This thing burns gas like crazy, but that's alright. People got their ways of coping, and I got mine. I drive your truck, I roll every window down, and I burn up every back road in this town. I find a field, I tear it up till all the pains are clouded your truck. Leave that radio playing, same old country station where you left it. Yeah, man, I crank it up, and you'd probably punch my arm right now if you saw this tear rolling down on my face. Hey, man, I'm trying to be tough.
One of the things that impressed me most about him, we used to, in advanced media, we used to hold debates every other week. Nick loved participating in the debates. I remember this one day where people were really into the discussion, and Nick was talking, and he really started frustrating somebody else in the classroom, and that person finally turned to him and said, "I know what your politics are. And I know that the things that you're saying are not things that you believe." And Nick laughed, and he said, "I know, but it seemed like the whole class was going in this direction. So somebody had to take the voice of the other side." And that particularly impressed me because he was able to see both sides of the argument and to watch the discussion and to try to steer the discussion to keep the discussion alive. And he said it was because that's why he loves this country, because we can have different ideas and express those ideas and disagree and exchange thoughts with each other.
The coin that President Obama gave me.
The pain of Nick's death even reached President Obama. As he weighs whether to risk more American lives in Afghanistan, Nick has become the president's face of sacrifice.
Also the cost of freedom.
We first met Nick Xiarhos back in January as part of another story.
At that point, I was thinking, dude, this is it.
That story was about this suicide truck bomb attack in Iraq. In the explosion, 2 Marine guards died, saving dozens of their buddies, including Xiarhos. He was humbled by their heroics.
To be able to save all of us and in turn sacrificing themselves, that's what makes the difference.
In February, President Obama saluted that bravery.
These 2 Marines stood their ground.
Xiarhos was there, met his commander-in-chief, and switched units for the chance to fight again.
Comfort in my rituals, but the devil makes disciples. All I've made is foolish gold. I'm the enemy and rival. Could I ever regain hope? Oh, I've lost my innocence. We were born to love, to breathe and not give up. In the face of darkness, I won't run, 'cause we were born to love. No, I am broken, but am I ever gonna win? 'Cause my flesh and bones tell me that I am down again. Is it too late for this life to be made new? If I'm gonna climb out, I've gotta climb out. I'm broken, but am I ever gonna win? 'Cause my flesh and bones tell me that I am down again. But is it too late for this life to be made new? If I'm gonna climb out, I've gotta climb out for you.
He said whenever he makes decisions, he thinks about brave men and women like Nicholas. We want freedom and success and protect our country, and help others. That's what we do. We're Americans. But the cost is huge.
To breathe and not give up. 'Cause in the face of darkness, I won't run. We were born to love. We were born to love. Born to breathe.
And the trick here with Nick is that he really was that guy. He really was an exceptional, intelligent, caring, friendly young man. And when I say it, I don't say it simply because he's a fallen soldier. I say it because I knew him and I worked with him. And he was one of the most remarkable students that I ever had.
I'm sure as he watches down at us from heaven, he's without a doubt having a good laugh.